Oh my baby, got me staring at you. So I'm crazy. Won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is doing well. In today's video, I want to put to the test the Tarte Timeless Primer against the Heart and Candy Smoothing Primer Balm. I believe that this is a very good dupe for the Tarte one. Now let's see which one performs better. Maybe they're both the same. Maybe this is better than the Tarte or vice versa. So I'm gonna do half face with one primer, half face with the other, and we'll see which one looks better. So if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me. Now let's get into it. I'm gonna do the left side of my face with Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer, and this was actually pretty expensive, and it's like this type of consistency, so you don't need much. It's like a thick type of cream. So I'm gonna put some on my left side right here and here and half of my nose, and then we're just gonna use our fingers and blend it all in. So today we're just gonna play with the primers and see which one works better under foundation and which one not so much, or maybe we have a surprise and they both work the same. So as you can see, this side is primed. You can see very, very clearly. Let me zoom you guys in a bit more so you guys can see the difference. So this is the Tarte primer. Right here we have nothing, and we're gonna go into the Heart Candy Smoothing Primer Balm. I really, really love this primer. I've played with it before, and it says that it's a creamy balm that transforms itself after you put it on the face to a smoothing, soft touch powder. Now it doesn't feel like powder, so this is what the balm looks like. You can see, so it's kind of like very, very similar to the Tarte one, very similar. Okay, doesn't have any smell of any kind. We're gonna put it on this face and let's see. So you can see right away what I'm noticing is that with this one, it feels more like a cream when you put it on the face. The Tarte one seems thicker in consistency, but this one feels like I'm putting a nice face cream on my face. So let's see here. Let's put it around the eye here, around the nose. So can you guys see any difference? So left side here is the Tarte one. This is already dry, as you can see. Right side now we have the Heart and Candy Smoothing Balm Primer. And what I see, maybe the Heart and Candy Smoothing Primer, it's a little bit more dewy. As you can see, this has dried up to be like a matte type of primer. Now let's go ahead and apply foundation. So I'm gonna be using the same foundation. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. I really love this foundation. I'm gonna give it a good shake and I'm gonna apply it and see how it looks on both sides of the face. So it comes with a spatula. This is in the shade Soft Ivory, by the way. So let's see. The same amount on both sides. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Hopefully that's not too much. So I will be applying it with one of my favorite brushes, and this is the Moda Royal and Langnickel Complexion Brush. And then I'm gonna go in with some foundation splattered all over my table. So I'm gonna use the brush, and then we're gonna use the sponge, the Real Technique sponge, and see how this primers perform under the same dewy foundation. Ooh, I love these brushes. So if you guys haven't seen my review on these brushes, I will link it down below. I bought 2 sets, and one looks like the unicorn set and the other is the dragon set. So it looks like it is dewy on both sides. even though the Tarte one dried up to be more matte and the Hard and Candy one dried up to be more dewy. I really love the Hard Candy one. It's a really good dupe for the, and it's very affordable compared to the Tarte one. I've always loved the Tarte one too. I have nothing against the Tarte one. It was one of my favorite primers. You know that I love the Juno & Co primer, but that's again more like a cream type of primer. This is more of a like a thick consistency covering your pores. So there it is before I'm gonna apply this with the sponge. Can you guys see? Let me zoom you guys in. So this is the Tarte side. And this is the Hard Candy one. Now let's blend everything in with a damped sponge, and this is the Real Technique sponge. Okay, so what I'm noticing right away, the right side where I put the Hard and Candy Smoothing Balm seems a little bit more dewy than the left side. As you guys can see, it's not as shiny. Then this one, you can see the dewiness right here, and here it's more matte. It depends what you prefer. I prefer more dewy, but this is not a drying matte, so it doesn't bother me at all. So I really love it. The chin, the forehead, the nose, yeah. So this whole side, you can see the shininess. You see more dewiness than the left. Now I'm gonna go with the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer, and I'm gonna apply it under the eyes. Just a couple dots, and for this I use the sponge. Good. And I'm gonna use the same one to apply on my eyelids and kind of use this as priming the eyelids. We're not gonna do anything crazy with the eyes because today it is just kind of like a test and review to see which primer is better, see which one you guys like better. So far, I don't mind both, but like I said, I love the dewiness and I love the pricing on the Hard Candy one. That's done. Now let's go into the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. Set in this concealer. So I'll be using the Mora Royal and Langnickel. This is the blush brush, but like I said in my other video, you can use it and it's very nice and easy to set your under eye area because of the nice shape it has, and it's very soft for the eyes. Now let's apply bronzer and see how the bronzer applies on the face with this primer. So I'm gonna use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this is in the shade More Butter Bronzer. More. Okay, so for this I will try use the Mora Royal and Langnickel contour brush. I will go into the Mora Royal and Langnickel powder brush and kind of blend everything together now. Oh, I love these brushes. They're so soft and they blend so nice. Okay, so I'm not seeing a big difference between these two primer. Like this is the Tarte Timeless Primer and this is the Hard and Candy Primer. Like I said, this looks more matte and this is more dewy. Okay, now let's go in with the Co Beauty highlighter. So I like to apply the highlighter before I apply my blush, because that gives it kind of more of a natural look. So I like to put a little bit of on my hand, use my finger. So I like to use for this type of cream blushes my fingers first, because the warmth of your hand melts the product into your skin and gives it more of a glass-like dewy type of look. Look at that. So pretty. Okay, now after we applied that, I'm gonna use the NYX Sweet Cheeks blush, and this is in the shade Citrine Rose. And let's use my Royal and Langnickel blush. Ooh, this blush is intense. It looks very pigmented, so you have to apply very small amounts and work it into a more pigmented color on your cheeks. Ooh, look at those rosy cheeks. This is crazy. I think I applied too much, but you know what? It doesn't hurt. So you can see the dewiness. This is looking dewy because of the highlighter. And this is dewy more all over the face because of the dewy primer we have underneath. But you can see they both are doing an amazing job on the face. Now let's quickly use this Tarte Sugar Rush palette. It looks like this, and I'm gonna do a quick look with it. So I'm gonna go into Spring Break first, right here, and I'm just gonna use this all over my eyelid, and I'm just gonna put it in the crease and a little bit above, give the eyes a little bit of color, and then bring it down as well all over the eyelid. This looks like a nice bronzy type of eyeshadow. So if you don't have this palette, it's not a big deal. A tip is you can use your bronzer that you used on your face or any type of bronzer you have, and that works wonderful. But I'm using this palette because I want to go with a different shade in here and kind of use some nice color on the bottom eyelid, a shimmery shade. You see how beautiful, the nice bronzy look. Now I'm gonna spray a brush and go into this Festival nice gold color. Look at that, it's so beautiful. I was thinking of going I think I'm gonna go into this and this as well and kind of work them together. So actually I'm gonna use my finger and I'm gonna put this nice Pool Party blue and all over the eyelid here. Look how pretty this is, guys. I've been into teal and blue eyeshadow lately, as you can see on my channel, playing with a lot of blue, just so pretty. But we are going to give this blue a different dimension. Ooh, lovely blue. Okay, and then quickly go into Festival, that gold that I previously showed you, and kind of add on top of this blue. So I'm gonna go from the inner corner and slowly drag it towards the middle of the eye. So I'm not gonna drag it all the way on the whole eyelid. I still want to see that blue towards the end of the eye. Wow, look how pretty this is. And this palette by Tarte is so affordable. Might as well use a Tarte palette since we're using a Tarte primer. Wow, I love these colors. Look at this. From the hands that I've just used on my eyes, I just dragged the remaining product on the back of my hand, and look at that. So pigmented, so pigmented. Ignore this is the highlighter. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'll try use this shade right here, Summer Love, and try put that in the inner corner of my eye. So I'm gonna use a e.l.f. smudging brush. It has this flat top right here. I'm gonna go into the retro color right here, which is a dark brown, and kind of darken the bottom eyelid. I love this e.l.f. brushes, they're so affordable, and the smudging brushes are amazing. They actually work really good. I will use another clean e.l.f. smudging brush, and I'd like to go into that blue. I want to see if I can just get into it and kind of add it on top of this brown on the bottom here. It looks like these shimmers are great to work with the brush. Sometimes when you have shimmers and you would like to apply it on the bottom eyelash, but it just doesn't work, it doesn't show up. But this one, it looks so nice. Let me zoom you guys in so you guys can see. Now I'm going to apply my mascara. This is the Lancome Mascara Hypnose Drama Mascara. Enjoy this short intermission and I will be right back. Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the intermission. Mascara is applied, face is completed. I should do now the lipstick. So let's do a lipstick, and I'm gonna go with one of my favorites, and this is the NYX Dazed and Diffused lipstick, and it looks like this. It's like a big crayon. So it's a nude color, and this is in the shade Girls Trip. So I really like this lipstick because you can use the tip as lining your lips, and then you can fill in your lips with it and you're good to go.
This looks nice.
I really love this color. And let's add a little bit of Just a little bit of shine, okay? So I'm gonna use the Beauty, and this is the Lip Boost Plumping Gloss in the shade Moon Dust, okay? So this is just gorgeous. This color, I'll show you on the hand here. Don't know if you can see it. I placed it right up here. It is such a nice gloss. So I'm gonna apply here in the middle and drag it. You see, it gives it that nice gloss to the lips, makes the lips a little bit more plumpy. I'm gonna use the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. I know everything is all dewy. I'm gonna shake it really good and give it a nice spray. What do you guys think? I can't tell the difference now. Let me zoom you guys in more. Okay, here's my face very close up, as close as you can get. Now this side right here, I've used the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer right here. Okay, so you can see it's still nice and dewy, but I think that has to do with the highlighter we put on. And then if I turn around on this face, you can see a little bit more dewiness as I move my face. You can see it here too, where I didn't put any highlighter. And this is the Hard Candy Smoothing Primer Balm. I love this balm. I'm so impressed on how this worked. It's at very high end, the same as the Tarte, okay? And you all know that this is expensive. This is very cheap. It's probably, I think, under $10, if not even under $5. And you can find this at Walmart. And I really, really love how it applied on the face, and it makes your face, even if you have oily skin, I recommend this because it does not make your face dewy into that type of oiliness type of skin. It makes your face like very hydrating, like you apply a very nice hydrating cream on your face. So I truly love this. I recommend this. So this battle of primers, it's basically what you prefer. You prefer more of a matte finish or more of a dewy finish. You choose what you like. But if you want to go with the cheaper version, this is exactly, almost exactly the same as the Tarte with the more added dewiness to the face. So I truly recommend both. I love both of them. But I'm kind of leaning more towards this one right here. I really love it. But I'm still using this one because I got this as a present from my parents. So I really want to finish this one. Then I will continue using, or I will alternate. Okay? So yeah, this is my review on the battle of the primers, and the dupe for the Tarte primer is the Hard Candy 100%. Now, I hope you really enjoyed it and this video was helpful in making you realize on how this two perform on the face and whether you should get the drugstore version or the high-end version. Whatever your preference is, this is how it looks on the face. Hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. And don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. It would mean the world to me, and I will see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.
Oh my baby, got me staring at you. So I'm crazy. Won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop.